Those drinks are free. Hi, Randy. Hi, Jacob.
How are you doing, Stormy?
Peach, yo. You learn quickly.
Hey, what's up, Randy?
Mr. Parker's looking for you.
Something to drink would be good at. Do you think we'll take these for
C'est
exchange
un bon
for
video
cash?
camera.
There's the cash.
Okay, go away. Go.
Should give these out.
Oh, thank you.
Da 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 da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Go on, Randy.
Hello, hello. Do something.
People talking in free shows, people smoking in bed, people voting Republican, give them a boot to the head.
Oh, lovely.
There is something
The clean-shaven Andrew.
Veskovich, come on. Veskovich,
What do you want me to say?
What are you doing here?
Free food?
That's all? Just
Awards?
free? That's all?
Is there anything else?
Maybe you came here for CINEKYD?
I guess so. I think I was invited by CINEKYD.
Were you?
Possibly.
Come on, back me up here. Andrew, come on.
Back.
I caught a moss.
What?
I caught a moss.
You got him. Ooh, that's cool. But don't bring him in here because he'll fly into lights and he'll eat all the carpets. Yeah.
Don't eat carpets?
Yeah. Well, it's cloth.
Randy. You want some clothes?
What type of?
Breakfast with champions.
I'm sure it is. We're gonna make the thing at 11. The sound mix. 11
Should be
a.m.
able to get there by 11.
All right. So we're gonna make it 11.
Now I can see if I have time to see the video.
Well, because,
I've yet to see it.
after you mentioned to me about
I don't know if I'll have a chance, to be honest. I may be working cold.
Yes.
Hi, Anthony.
I guess we should go work the floors. Except when he asked me to see the stuff myself. Hi, Randy. Oh, I'm not supposed to notice it, Randy. It's here. I'm supposed to talk to you, Trip. How you doing? I don't see Randy.
Randy, Trevor has a complaint.
What's his complaint?
But I saved it. What's up, Randy? Got a camera. Oh man, Randy's got a camera. Is this the new camera? Oh yeah. Awesome, man. You gotta like the new camera because it's
You're sweating to death.
new. Am I?
Yep.
No, I'm not. It's rainy outside. Am I sweating
Is
to
this
death?
the new digital marvel?
Randy insists I'm sweating to death.
We should name it
Although I don't
Spidey
feel
Cam.
hot at all.
No, yeah, actually,
Spidey Cam.
your name is Spidey Cam.
Randy,
and,
do you agree? Spidey Cam?
Spidey Cam.
Okay, excellent.
We named the other dealie that we just got New Guy,
That's the new
but
name.
it broke. So now we got to think of a whole new name, and it's gonna
Broken
take
Guy?
about 3. Yeah,
What
broken.
about Alex?
Hey, I'm not broken.
It's too nice.
You can go through.
It was very artistic. We didn't want to interrupt.
No, no, that's all right. Good. Who?
guess sit down.
All right. You're never gonna.
No, I stole it.
Yo, Cole, you're gonna get a kiss of death.
said, look, whoever's close. I didn't think he was actually going to look, but he did, so I took your cracker. It's courtesy taking over.
But only for a few more weeks.
Do you like come up with the bag? The new clothing line. Oh.
Brady is the funniest thing. They're playing magic cards over there. The little thing, you gotta tape it. It's going on the GALA reel. No, I'm not. They're playing magic cards. Randy has
It's
to
like
go on
the
a GALA reel,
equivalent
buddy.
of little CINEKYD snorting coke in the corner.
Right there, Randy. Right there. They're playing magic. This is funny.
It's the,
Slavics is winning.
they say extended for long. This one's short.
What? What?
I'll sit here and I'll start reading.
Hey, it's Andy. Randy, it's an old and fashioned magic duel. Peace out. You have to do this.
And I would beat both of these kids if I had brought my deck. I would have beat both of these kids if I had just brought my deck.
Matt has cut, and Matt has cut.
I'm going first. I can go.
Peace out, yo.
As Matt Slavic sits sure he finds a lineup, puts it down, golf card, go, and Cohen gets to go. Cohen puts down a mountain taps boat, puts out the razor pin. It's so cool. Hunter, razorfish hunter.
That's my favorite.
A 1-1
No, like I'm
that
having
you
deja
tap
vu.
to pick for 1 damage.
These kids are amateurs.
Scaring me. Dang. Darn it, missed. Screwed up.
Can I take a photo? I don't know him.
Neoink. The lonely Joe has no date.
Did you get your license?
Got me a car?
Card.
Did you get your license? You failed? Oh, what happened? Miserably. Joe, what happened? He failed his license test. Joe, what happened? It took all of 20 seconds.
What'd you do?
What'd you do?
What'd you do? What'd you do?
I had to like kill myself.
What'd you do?
Randy, Joe failed his test.
Shut up!
I know, I got it on video.
I know he did.
It's our live footage of Joe fail. No, I want to know. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to
well,
talk about
That
it.
gets everyone.
How'd you
It
foul?
was so easy, and I messed up so
Did you make your appointment to the
How'd
next
you
time?
messed up?
Not yet. But it'll be next try.
Mine's
I'm
got
school
the
next try.
tux.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's not my style.
Wait, how'd you foul?
Spent too much time.
Like this.
I didn't fall. I didn't fall.
Stop hogging the camera. Jeez.
What do you expect from an ADD kid? What wouldn't you do? Dude, I wrote the child's reference book for
This is the side of
Good.
They just take forever to focus. Everyone gets so annoyed because you're taking forever to focus.
You never know.
.coms has really resurgence of a lot of things. So that's why it's in sites and stuff. If we could all take our seats, please. 14, 13, 11, 10, 9. Hey, look, butter. 7, 6, 5, 4, 6, 9, 0. -2. Let's go. I'm sorry, I'm very bad at counting. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this looks that program. He walked around those campus already. He's got
Oh, hi, Randy. You didn't say anything. Right. You can just edit out all that stuff you said. Yep. Because it was absolutely nothing. It was all useless.
Yeah. You really do like me, don't you?
America's Most Wanted.
Osama bin Zach Bender. He's wanted in 11
Osama bin
states and
Calico.
6 provinces
And the
for not paying his phone bill.
The Al-Qaeda bimbos. And then this shit.
He brought his deck in his pocket, Mom. Hey, Jeremy, can you give me a shot? It needs to be cherry juice. It's like cherry juice. Cherry juice. It's like soda water and cherry juice.
Mother, Matt's parents are lucky enough to be in Cape
Have you seen Randy? We can't find him.
Cayman's Cayman.
He went to get a drink about an hour ago, and we haven't seen him since.
No,
What a great voiceover that's gonna be.
get away from
Something's very wrong.
Randy filming us like he's Randy thinking he's so right. Who's the Randy thing? Who's the Randy thing?
I was at the GALA right now. What would I say? I would say, I'm Randy, I sell candy. That.
Because you're not Randy.
And I don't sell candy. All right, that's enough filming me now.
No, no.
I want to know where.
Back.
Right.
Where's Joe?
Oh, stop that.
I used to open for dice parties. Oh, yeah, you're going to study too. That's especially the week. Yeah, exactly.
It's just about 7:30. Sorry. Sorry, Randy. Dancing.
Folks, if everybody could take a seat. Right here. Right next to, right over here. Right here. All right. And we've arranged with
Did you really? I am trying to learn. I actually have to do it. I told everybody. If I go back and I'm more weight, I mean, they're going to really skewer me.
That's right.
Not that I'm not used to it. Right there. Actually, look at it. Yeah, well, yeah.
You're gonna star in the movie.
Okay, there's some of our folks are a little. Can you all hear me? I'm competing with Keely Smith, I think. These are not my CDs, incidentally. They're very lovely, but hopefully they'll fade away so that we can.
Can you do Louis Prima?
Yeah. Hey, how about that? All right. Now you notice, seriously. Oh, please. I make a request. I stand up here, and not a damn thing happens. Okay? Dr. Gordon, our board chairman, who also is in the board here, he goes and the music disappears. That lets you know that authority rests with important people. And that excludes me. I welcome all of you. I am delighted to see so many faces. We're looking forward to a great evening and a good meal and good fellowship and an all-around wonderful time. We are delighted that so many of you could join us and that the evening will be made even brighter by our own resident celebrity, slimming down Grover Silcox. You've been watching Fox, and there'll be references to it throughout the evening. Grover has, on television, has placed himself on a diet. He is dedicated to losing 20 pounds in 8 weeks in front of the entire Delaware Valley. I think we ought to give him a hand here. That's what. To help him along, we've left word with the kitchen that he will not receive any food this evening. We're very proud of Grover. That's fantastic. We're going to have to do some substituting this evening. Traditionally, at one point, my grandson takes charge of acknowledging the alumni. This is the first time in years that I'm not operating with my daughter on one side, my grandson on the other. And this year, since I lost my dad, I really figured I would need all the support I could get, but sadly, Craig was in a really bad automobile accident about 4 days ago. He's out of the hospital now, but just way too weak to come on down and join us. So I'm going to cover his portion of the program, and since we have this remarkable videotape or digital tape system, Craig will be able to see just how fine a job his grandfather did not do. Also, for reasons that have to do more with the having our staff in other places, I will also do the invocation. If this keeps up, I'll be doing a puppet show a little later. But what I'd like to do, we've been here for the past couple of years. It's been a great time. We've had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. And this year is just, very special. This is a special weekend. We're together tonight. Tomorrow we'll be dedicating Granddad's tree at CINEKYD, and I can't tell you how good it makes me feel to see so many of you folks here, and we're going to make it worth the trip with the best evening that we can provide. I would, however, like to begin the meal, if we could, with a short grace. If you would like to bow your heads or close your eyes or think good thoughts. We're all here again, Lord. And the kids have grown an awful lot since last May. Some of these folks have come here 2, 3, 4 years in a row. For some, tonight's the first time that they're going to share with us at Talamore. Some of these adults in the room have helped out with CINEKYD for years and years and years. Since I know you've got some real special angels there looking over us, I'd like you to use this meal as a glorious occasion to help us honor the children, their parents, our friends, the organization that we call CINEKYD, and make this a memorable evening for us all. Amen. That's it. Bless you all. Bon appetit. And now back to Jerry Vale. CINEKYD program. The organization is made up primarily of volunteers. We have a long tradition. In fact, it's made up entirely of volunteers, primarily. There are no employees. There never have been employees. The joy of an evening such as this is the opportunity for us to primarily acknowledge the kids, but also to introduce some of the other adults, the other people who are involved with the CINEKYD program, that you may not see on a regular basis. So while the dessert is being served, we are going to adhere to a CINEKYD tradition, at least as it exists among our teen leaders, and that is that we always bring it in on time, on budget. We are going back on the schedule, and we're going to have a great evening, but we will not run overtime, nor will we exceed our budget. CINEKYD is a nonprofit organization, and we're 26 years old, and the thing that we do best is nonprofit. Very few organizations have had the significant success that we have at never having made a profit from the very, very beginning. Whatever money that we raise, we plow into the program, and we have, been keeping it up since the mid-'70s. To guide us, all nonprofits have boards, and so do we. With us this evening are some of the members of our board, and to introduce them and to also say a brief good evening, I am going to call upon the chairman of the board, a retired professor of education from Temple University, a broadcaster, a world traveler, an entertainer in his own right, and this man was my mentor when I was a graduate student at Temple, or as Grover said, taking the Temple Challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Dr. Roger Gordon.
Yeah, with that announcement, I'm 106 years old today. How about that? Thank you, Bob, and I'm very happy to be here, and this is always a great event, and we're going to move things along very quickly because the exciting things are going to happen in just a few minutes, but I want to acknowledge the board members that are here tonight. One, Mr. Ralph Abbott. Without Ralph Abbott, the technical things at CINEKYD would not work, and he is, where is he? Oh, there he is, okay. I thought he'd left, I don't know. All right, he's the best. He can do everything but turn the music up on the inside in there. He couldn't do that, but no, that's all right. And of course, the greatest board member and the man who has been the inspiration for CINEKYD. And boy, someday we're going to give a banquet and say thanks to this man who is the greatest, and that is Bob Clark, who is sitting right here. There's nobody like him. And also here tonight is the wittiest guy on the board of directors. He's been there for a long time, and he is the very best. He's given a great deal to CINEKYD, and that's Maury Weiss. Where is Maury? There he is. Maury is the best. And one of the most exciting, she just loves CINEKYD, and her children have been in it, and that's Celeste Zelich. Come on, Celeste, where are you? Oh, there she is, way in the back, way in the back. And I don't want to forget one of our board members. He's very busy. The last time he attended a meeting was 1934, but he's here. Mr. Grover Silcox. Here, I'll get the name right. I'll get it. And ladies and gentlemen, Grover is some kind of entertainer. You're going to be hearing him in just a little while. He is appearing at comedy clubs all over the Delaware Valley. He never turns down an assignment. It's really exciting to have Grover here. Last year, his car broke down on 309. It was 4 hours before he got here, but he's here tonight, and it's wonderful to have him. And all of you that live in the Willow Grove area will get a chance to see Grover Silcox because he is signed to do a 3-night appearance at the Terminal Grill. How about that? That's wonderful. If you're in Willow Grove, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and let's go on with the program.
Okay. Okay, the tradition is that our keynoter sets the tone for the evening, and then, since he's made it, he is a recognized figure in the field of entertainment, he should be the one to hand the awards to each of our kids as they are introduced by our team leaders. And as I said, the most appropriate way to begin the evening is to introduce our keynoter, who, as of today, began a self-imposed weight loss program. Now, what's interesting is that Grover and I and I know probably hundreds or thousands of people in the Delaware Valley, are actually going to be on similar programs, monitoring each other. He will be doing his on television. I will be doing mine a little quieter and will grow. Becky will verify our weight figures, but you know, we'll put them up on the chart. I'm not going on TV, getting on any scale for anybody. You're a brave guy. I have never found anybody as enthusiastic, as gifted, as quick as Grover. Not only do we get a chance to share with him at these banquets, but we have for the last 5-6 years made Grover a big part of our summer program. And Grover, in turn, has helped us put CINEKYD on the map. Ladies and gentlemen, live and in person, the one and only Grover Silcox.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Thank you very much. You know, the world has changed so much since last year when we had this gathering, but we can all take some kind of assurance that no matter what happens, that fern will be here. That fern shows up every year, and it gets closer to the podium, so it's kind of scaring me. Every year it gets a little closer to the podium. So I want to thank Bob. Of course, it's always a pleasure to be here and meet all the CINEKYD families and the kids and the board members and everybody. And of course, Roger Gordon, who was a professor at Temple University. I remember he was also, you were in politics too, because I remember getting, you were giving out those stickers with Lincoln's name on it. So, so I won't do the Temple jokes. You know the Temple jokes. I could have gone anywhere. I chose Temple, which is like saying I could have went to Lebec Finn, but I hit Wendy's instead. So, hey, I graduated. I think he gave me a passing grade, doctor. So, yes, I went on a diet today. We did it on the air. It was part of an 8-week summer slim down program. I don't know if anybody is trying to lose a few pounds, but if you'd like to join me, you know, the more the merrier. And Bob obviously is going to be joining me. I'm a yo-yo dieter. I'm the kind of dieter that's been on every diet program. Maybe you can relate to that. I have stickers on the side of my car. One will say, ask me about Herbalife. Then I have another one under that that says, ask me about Ring Ding Juniors. I knew I had to lose weight because the camera people were starting to say, could you move, you're blocking the light. So I have to lose it now because I told everyone on television this morning that I was going to lose it. I'm going to spend the next 8 weeks, 1 week every week. I'll come back and we'll see how my progress is. And if I don't do it, obviously my job is in jeopardy. They're going to have to hire someone who looks like me but who is thinner each and every week. So that's a scoop. By the way, Dr. Gordon, the Terminal Grill, you said I was working there. It was named Terminal after Roger had performed there. So I'm actually just kidding. Anyway, it is, like I say, it's always a pleasure. This is a great organization, and I got started with it years ago when my daughter joined up for the summer program, and it really did a lot for her. And so I sort of got to know everybody here, and by osmosis got involved. And because of my affiliation with the TV show, I'm able to cover some of the CINEKYD events as they happen, and it's great for people to know. And I think we always get great response from the segments when they go on because people want to know about it. It's a unique organization. And if these are my personal PR people, by the way, I always have them travel with me wherever I go. Okay, that's good. Thank you. That was Grover in the pensive mood. You know what? I can do that. So I've been in comedy for a long time. I started as a student even before Temple. My teachers saw my grades and they said, "Have you ever thought of a career in comedy?" So I went to Catholic grade school. I went to public high school, and I had sort of the best of both worlds, I guess you might say. It was kind of interesting. My parents sent me to Catholic school. I didn't know why we weren't Catholic, but that made it difficult. But I got through. No, I was. But and then I went to high school in Philadelphia, Lincoln High. Anybody familiar with Lincoln High in Northeast? Yeah, it's gone through some changes. When I was there, it was like happy days. I went to a football game recently. It was Lincoln versus Gradeford. And we were beating them. That's what really got to me. We were beating the heck out of them. So, no, but in any case, and then I graduated from Temple with a degree in communications, and I went to work for an insurance company because my wife begged me to get a real job. I had gotten married by that time, and it only took about 2 years before we mutually agreed that I should go and pursue comedy. So my teachers told me I should get into comedy, my friends told me I should, and then the insurance people said, you really should get into comedy. But can we sell you a whole life policy before you go? So then I started performing at the comedy clubs in Philadelphia weren't open. It was really just a New York phenomenon at that time. There was the Improvisation and To Catch a Rising Star up in New York, and so I started going up there, and it really wasn't long after that. I really didn't do that too long when clubs started opening up down here, and that the same format as the clubs up in New York, which were sort of the centerpiece clubs, started to form in other cities, and that that gave rise to all the young comedians like Seinfeld and Tim Allen and myself. Some of us aren't even young anymore. It's amazing. So, and then I got a job on radio on WMMR. I don't know if anyone remembers that, with John DeBell in the morning. The Morning Zoo, thank you. One person listened. That was our demographic. We were only going for one person, a woman in a black dress with pearls. That was our demographic. We're very specific. It was a niche market. So all these years, though, you know, I've pursued the things that I love to do. I'm not, even though actually, as I said, I tried insurance and other things, and it just wasn't working out. And so, like George Burns, when they asked George Burns one time, what would you have done if you hadn't done comedy? And he couldn't really come up with an answer. He couldn't think of anything, because this is really, after the long checklist, this was the last thing that was left. And so this is what I wind up doing. You know, the old saying, it's stand-up comedy. They say that talking before a crowd, psychologists will tell you, is the most fear-inducing activity you can do. It's the #1 fear people have, is speaking before a crowd. And number 5 is death. So as a stand-up comedian, you can experience 1 and 5 at the same time. So, and I've experienced them all, believe me. But well, the audiences appreciate the comedian. The comedians appreciate the laughers. The laughers are just as important. And I'm always struck by a person with a good laugh. There's something magical about a person who has something charismatic about their laughter. And when you're a comedian, you look out and you see a lot of different faces. Some of them aren't laughing, but the ones who are, every once in a while you'll see someone really strikes you. Like, for instance, a couple weeks ago, I'm doing my bit and I'm doing my routine, and I look out and there's a woman sitting up front, very exotic looking, and I thought, wow, you know, she's really kind of posturing and putting it on. Then she laughed and blew the whole image. You ever see someone with just a silly laugh? You know, suddenly you're looking at the person laugh because she was a snorter. You know, she really looked good, and she was like this, and suddenly it was... And it wouldn't have been so bad, but she sucked up a small Scandinavian family sitting across from her. So, in any case, I've always felt that what I do is kind of, you know, it's what I think I was intended to do, and I've gone down my own, you know, my own particular road, which I think we all have to do. And, but I always thought, you know, maybe it's kind of silly. Now, my wife is a nurse, and she's a hospice nurse, nonetheless, okay? So she deals with terminal patients. It's very serious. It's the most compassionate job I've ever seen. Well, I don't seem to have much parity. You don't get a lot of sympathy at the house when you're a comedian and your wife is a hospice nurse. I mean, every morning we're depressed, right? And I say, hon, what's the problem? Mr. Smith, we tried everything, he died. How about you? I know that weasel joke isn't working anymore. Don't seem to get much sympathy from the wife. So, you know, I had 3 people die last night. Yeah, well, I died 5 times myself. But on a serious note, very interesting. Again, here I am always feeling a little insecure about my role next to hers, in relation to her role as a hospice nurse. And this is a true story. About 6 months ago, I come home from a gig. It's about 1:30 in the morning, and she gets a call. She's on call, and the agency calls her and says, so-and-so, one of your patients is, or somebody else's patient needs to be seen, and he thinks his wife, who was in a terminal stage, had passed away, and they're all, you know, disconcerted about it, and could you go there at 1:30 in the morning and help them out? So, would you call the patient's house? So she calls, she gets the husband, he's, you know, in a state, and he says, could you come out? And so I say, well, look, it's 1:30 in the morning, I'm going with you, okay? I'll stay in the car, and you can take care of business and stuff. So we go, and she goes in, and she comes out about an hour later, and she gets in the car, and she says, you're not going to believe this, but when I got there, the wife had passed away, and the husband said, you know, I have to ask you something, and I know this is going to sound kind of crazy, but when you called, up on the caller ID came the name Grover Silcox. Is that the same guy who's on the morning show at Fox? And my wife said, yeah. In fact, he's in the car. She said, this is going to sound wild, but my wife loved watching him every morning. And when I saw that name, I just thought how, you know, how wild and how, you know, it was for that to happen. And it suddenly, you know, where my world always seemed so inane and silly, it seemed like our 2 worlds, our 2 careers kind of crossed paths. We had an intersection. And, you know, while people say, you know, humor is the best medicine and laughter is important, it really hit home, even in relation to my wife's very important work. So what I'm saying, I guess, is everybody, I think if at the base root of what you do in your career path, service to other people is there. Somehow you're doing something for somebody, that we're all really caregivers when it comes down to it. Not just nurses, not just doctors or social workers, but we all really need to be caregivers. We all are our brother and sister's keepers. So whatever you do, wherever you go, follow your passion, but keep other people in your sights. So with that, I'm going to say thanks to Bob Clark and Dr. Gordon and all the folks on the board and all the families and the kids, because it's a wonderful organization, and let's just keep it going, okay?